Yeah, I just thought I'd take the time out of my my training camp out here in Ukraine. If you have a little look, right in Ukraine at the moment. Just helping Artem Dalekain, WBA flyweight world champion, for his upcoming fight, defending his WBA title. I've just seen the infamous Prince Patel interview surface from Twitter, and I thought I'd directly address a few things while the iron's hot. I'm out here for another 2.5 weeks, so I couldn't really wait to get back to see one of the iFilm interviewers to address it properly. Well, if we just go straight into what the Prince says himself. This bit I found quite funny, to be fair.
It's a snot fest, no one's interested in that. Hit me with some proper questions, Wigan.
Okay.
Don't waste my time.
First on the whole Prince Patel, the Paddy Barnes, Sonny Edwards fight front. That is a fight that 100,000 more people would rather watch than anyone against Prince Patel, or any of his fights he's had in his whole career. But that's a whole other topic. So we'll go into what he says at the reason why me and him haven't fought.
I'm wasting your time. It's boring, everyone. Really? Some good questions. What do you think people want to know then? They want to know. They want to know why me and Sonny Edwards have boxed each other.
Which I agree with. I agree that is what people want to hear.
How can you fight someone with no offers being made? And the funny thing is, he only really pumps up on social media when he sees people start to talk.
Well, that's the first blaring lie he has told regarding the fight, because about a month and a half ago, I woke up to a message from my promotional team. Prince Patel has agreed to fight. And I was like, yeah, flying, we're waiting on a show in July. That's what I was told. So I'm there, starting to get back in training. I've told he's agreed to fight. And as it creeps closer and closer, they say, oh, he's gone a bit quiet. And where he's saying now that there was no offer made, I'll tell you the figures of what he has turned down. Okay, the one thing I'll agree with, from my best knowing, he hasn't had a physical contract in front of him. That I agree with. Okay? But Prince Patel accepted, like the 6 weeks ago, whenever it was, a £10,000 purse to fight me. This is what I've been told. He accepted the fight. That's what they were going to give him. He's probably had 5 or 6 fights since then against. He's boxed 5 times in about a month. Combined the record of his opponent, 0 wins, 7 losses, all debuts and whatever. And then ended up fighting for a WBA European, the same title that I've got, at bantamweight, against someone that has like 30 fights, like lost half of them. So yeah, he won that. Then he comes back, and now he's not taking the fight. The offer gets upped to £12,000, and he doesn't want to know. Prince Patel comes out with, he's demanding £25,000 to fight me. Someone that he says he hasn't had an offer from, someone that he says that it would be easy, someone rah rah rah. He must rate me so highly to request £25,000 to get in the ring with me. I accepted a lot less than that because it's an easy fight for me. I accepted straight away before money wasn't even offered to me. I accepted, was told mid-July, was waiting on a show. So that whole no offer, I agree, no contract has been placed in front of him, but he's breaking the negotiations down. First of all, going to 25 grand, come on, we both know, and every boxing person knows, the WBO European is a stepping stone title. It doesn't mean you're the best in Europe, it doesn't mean you're even near that. I didn't fight a good opposition for my WBO European title, and neither did you. Fact. So, don't hold up on the WBO European title as if it's like addressing Coogan saying, oh, you wouldn't have believed I'd achieved the WBO European. If you're that happy about a WBO European title, then that shows everything with your mentality, because really, that's WBO European title to me, in the long scheme of things, isn't worth the sanctioning fees that it gets paid for. And that's me being honest, because I didn't wake up dreaming about fucking WBO European title. But that is beyond the point. To say that there hasn't been an offer made, there's been an offer made an offer increased, and then your counter offer of £25,000. So you must, like I said, rate me very, very highly if you need that much money to get in the ring with me. It's coming out with statements around, you're looking like the guy in the World Boxing Super Series. It's a fucking joke. Like, it's getting so exhausting now because it is a fight that I genuinely would want. And I'm not going to say that Prince Patel is the worst fighter in the world, because he's not. But trying to once again mention my brother's name, who beat you 5 times as an amateur. 6 fights, beat you 5 times, you beat him once. Saying 16-0, right? Telling me that I'm taking backward step. The Patrick Bartos opponent that you said that we both boxed, you went 4 rounds with him in your 5th fight. I took him out there and put him down 4 times in the 2nd round. By the 2nd round he was out. So, yeah, okay, that was in my 7th fight. Fucking, they're not the fights I want. You can see that. I'm chasing a big fight, but we've got to have these stepping stone fights. You're happy losing money going over to Hungary, paying for your opponent, right? Because the journeyman are cheap over there, faking a record. You're not 16-0. You're 16-0-1 because you drew against someone that Charlie beat and put down and won every round against. Like, you're a joke. You only fill in the information that suits your side. You're so far deluded. It's actually worrying. Like, it gets to a point where you look at it and you really need psychiatric help. I have got a fight date confirmed now. I'm waiting for it to get announced. Not even if I was holding my breath for the Prince Patel fight, because he will never truly fight me, I believe. I'll fight him at flyweight, which he always said he was. Now he's saying he's jumped up 2 weights to bantamweight. I'll fight him at bantamweight. I'll fight him at super flyweight. I'll fight him at whatever weight he wants to get on the scales, because for me it don't make no difference, because I know. Yeah, as I was saying before it quickly cut off, I know that there's not a single weight class Prince Patel could step in the ring and beat me. It's never going to happen. It never will happen. Still a fight I want. And after this interview of him claiming that there is no offer, even though I can assure you there is, I'm going to increase the pressure on my management, on my promoters, to get something written up. And it's going to get to the point where I think even if this happens, I'm going to have to publicly put this contract out there for him to even acknowledge that it exists. Yeah, but just on the final case in point, he's reached a far level of delusion. He's gone quiet over the last couple of years. Everyone's saying, he's not... Do you know what? I know him on a personal level from back when I was younger. And there was a time that me and him could sit there and have a conversation. He wasn't all that bad. And it was only when Charlie repetitively kept beating him that he sort of turned very bitter and started doing all the mad stuff, like he was spying for a world sparring camp, and he like licked him and got chucked out of the ring. It's just so, there's just so many. But I was like sat in on a coach with him for 5 hours going to Wales from London, where, do you know what I mean? Like, so I know that people on a personal level to him won't see him as a bad guy. And I'm not saying necessarily he is, but I just think he doesn't know what he's trying to achieve. He's confused. Because one minute he's trying to make sense, and he makes sense of something he says, then it will just come out as something complete and utter stupid. But the final point, which like I would hope is going to be the heading of this video, is there is an offer on the table of £12,000. £12,000 to fight me at any weight. And this is making it very, very publicly known, because I had the green light from my promoter. This is what it was offered. This is what they offered you. So there's £12,000 on the table, on a big show, BT show in London. It'll probably now have to wait until about September, October, I would say, for one of these shows to come round. But it'd be a TV slot. We'd both sell a lot of tickets. A lot of people want to fight it, watch the fight. But this is the underlining point: is there's £12,000 on the table, and I can guarantee for everyone watching this, thinking, oh, he could get much more. We are lightweight. I know for a fact that him flying up to Hungary, because I've heard from the person that arranged it from the first time, he has been losing money. He has not been earning any money. Why do you think he's mentioned paying someone over there €50 to do his corner? Because he can't even afford to fly out his coaches to come out with him. He's saying he hasn't got a coach here, because while he's fighting in Hungary, he can't afford to bring over the coach, because, like he said, he's his promoter, he's his manager, he's footing the bill. And he must have a financial backer somewhere to keep him topped up and going. I wonder how long that will last, because he won't get any proper fights. He's trying to blag a record to get to a world title fight. That's what he's trying to do. And I'll call it now that if he doesn't fight anyone domestically and he keeps fighting these Hungarian journeymen, he probably will end up getting a world title for a vacant title, something like that, because whoever, when he gets the rankings, if I just keep winning, and we've seen it loads of times, people have like 50 fights just to get ranking points, he will be seen as a very, very easy touch. One, they won't have to pay much, and one, they'll roll out there in a couple of rounds. But yeah, so that's all I've got to say on the whole matter, because from his 30-minute interview, quite a big section was talking about why this fight hasn't been made. And yeah, that's why. There's £12,000 on the table. You're living in dreamland if you're trying to get the 25 grand you're asking for. But yeah, so if you're going to have a reason why 12 grand weren't enough, and then actually tell the truth rather than lie and say there wasn't no offer. Like I said, I agree, no physical contract was put in front of you, but you broke the negotiations down before that because the show wasn't announced yet. So yeah, that's all I want to say.